If you want to create a professional WordPress website with Hostinger, this step-by-step Hostinger WordPress tutorial will walk you through the entire process from beginning to end. By the time we're finished, you'll have a complete website like the one you see on the screen, and you won't need any coding or previous website building experience. I'll show you how to choose the right Hostinger plan, claim the exclusive discount, register your domain name, install WordPress, and access your WordPress dashboard. We'll then customize the design, create your most important pages, add your logo, change the colors and fonts, build your header and footer, create a contact form, and make sure everything looks good on mobile devices. I've made this tutorial easy to follow for complete beginners, so you can simply pause the video and complete each step along with me. I've also included a Hostinger link and an exclusive coupon code in the description below, which can help you receive an additional discount. The link is an affiliate link, which means I earn a commission if you sign up at no additional cost to you. Let's begin by setting up your Hostinger account and choosing the right hosting plan for your website. Once you click the link in the description, you'll be taken to Hostinger. Click the Get Started button to view the available hosting plans. You'll see three main options: Premium, Unlimited, and Cloud Startup. Remember that the exclusive Hostinger coupon code in the description can give you an additional discount on top of the promotional prices shown here. All three plans include Managed WordPress hosting, unlimited free SSL certificates, free website migration, 24/7 customer support, access to Hostinger's global data centers, and a 99.9% uptime guarantee, and a 3-day money-back guarantee. Here's a quick comparison to help you choose the right one. The premium plan is a good entry-level option for beginners creating a simple website, personal blog, or small portfolio. It allows you to host up to 3 websites and includes 20 gigabytes of SSD storage and 2 email mailboxes per website, free for the first year. You'll also receive weekly backups, a free domain name for the first year with an eligible annual plan, Hostinger's website building tools, and Managed WordPress hosting. Premium is the most affordable choice, but it has fewer resources and only includes weekly backups. Next is the Unlimited plan, which is the option I recommend for most people. It includes everything in Premium, but allows you to host an unlimited number of websites. You receive 50 gigabytes of faster NVMe storage and unlimited email mailboxes per website, free for the first year. You'll also receive daily backups with easy data restoration, an included content delivery network or CDN to improve your website speed around the world, enhanced WordPress performance, priority support, and additional tools for creating and managing your websites. The Unlimited plan also includes access to Hostinger's AI tools, including its AI website builder, AI image generator, AI writer, AI blog generator, and AI SEO tools. Overall, Unlimited provides the best balance of price, performance, backups, and features for most blogs, business websites, and anyone planning to create multiple websites. The Cloud Startup plan is designed for growing businesses, higher traffic websites, online stores, or anyone who needs more power. It allows you to host up to 100 websites and includes 100 gigabytes of NVMe storage and 10 email mailboxes per website, free for the first year. You'll also receive dedicated resources, a dedicated IP address, daily and on-demand backups, priority support, and stronger overall performance. Most beginners will be completely fine with Premium or Limited plan. However, if you expect higher traffic or plan to run a larger business website, Cloud Startup gives you more room to grow. Once you've chosen your plan, click the Choose Plan button underneath it. You'll now be taken to the cart page. On the right-hand side, click Have a Coupon Code. Copy the exclusive Hostinger coupon code from the description, paste it into this box, and click Apply. You should immediately see the additional discount reflected in your order total. Next, look under Period on the left side and choose how long you'd like to have your hosting. Longer billing periods will usually give you the lowest introductory monthly price. However, you'll pay for the full period up front, so select the option that works best for your budget. Eligible plans purchased for 12 months or longer also include a free domain name for the first year. Keep in mind that your hosting and domain may renew at their standard rates after the initial term, so review the renewal information shown in your cart. For this tutorial, I'll select the 12-month option. Next, choose your domain name. Your domain is the web address people will use to find your website, such as yourwebsite.com. Enter the domain name you'd like to use and check whether it's available. With a qualifying annual plan, an eligible domain should appear as $0 for the first year. One important detail, if the domain automatically defaults to a 2-year registration period, change it to 1 year so the first year remains free. You may also see an optional add-on called Premium Protection with Domain Shield. It provides additional domain security, including two-factor authentication for critical changes and protection for up to 40 days after expiration. It isn't required to create your website, so I'll leave it turned off and continue. Hostinger also includes free domain privacy protection. This helps prevent your personal contact information from being displayed publicly in the domain registration database. You may also see an optional add-on called Hostinger Reach. Hostinger Reach is an AI-powered email marketing platform that can help you collect subscribers and send email campaigns. You can select the number of subscribers you need and add it to your order, but it isn't required to build your WordPress website. For this tutorial, I'll leave it unchecked and click Continue. Next, create your Hostinger account by entering your information and clicking Register. Enter your billing address and then choose your preferred payment method. If you scroll down, you can see all the payment methods Hostinger currently accepts. For this tutorial, I'll select the card payment option, enter my payment details, and click Submit Payment. Once your payment has been processed, Hostinger will send you a confirmation email and receipt. We can now begin setting up the hosting account and installing WordPress. You now arrive at the Who is this website for page. Choose the option that best describes what you're creating the website for. Hostinger uses this information to personalize the setup process. If you'd rather not answer, you can click Skip at the bottom of the page. I'll make my selection and click Next. You now see the Create or Migrate Your Website page. Because we're creating a brand new website, select Create a Website and click Next. Hostinger will then ask you how you'd like to build your website. You can use WordPress, build with the Hostinger website builder, or start with an empty PHP or HTML website. Since this is a WordPress tutorial, select WordPress and click Next. Now, create the login details you'll use to access your WordPress dashboard. First, choose the language you'd like to use for your WordPress dashboard. Then enter your preferred username and create a strong password. Make sure you save these login details somewhere secure, because you'll need them whenever you want to sign in and manage your website. Once you've finished, click Next. Now, choose the domain you'd like to connect to your WordPress website. If you registered a free domain during checkout, select it here. If you already own a domain through another provider, you can connect that domain instead. If you haven't chosen a domain yet or simply want to begin building immediately, click Use Temporary Domain. You can connect your permanent domain later without having to rebuild your website. After choosing your domain, select the data center closest to the majority of your target audience. This can help your website load faster for the people who are most likely to visit it. For example, if most of your visitors will be located in the United States, choose the data center in or near the United States. Once you've made your selection, click Install WordPress. Hostinger will now install WordPress, which may take a few minutes to complete. Once the installation is finished, you'll be taken to the Let's Start with Your Idea page. From here, you have two ways to begin building your WordPress website. The first option is to enter a short description of your website you want to create. Hostinger's AI website builder for WordPress can then use your description to generate an initial website design, page structure, and content for you. Underneath the description box, you can choose the page builder or editor you'd like to use for your website. You can also select the language you want to use for the website itself. If you don't want to generate your website with AI, click Go to WordPress Admin at the bottom of the page. This will skip the AI setup and take you directly to the WordPress dashboard. Since I want to show you how to build and customize everything step by step, I'll click Go to WordPress Admin. Welcome to the WordPress dashboard. This is where you design your website, create pages and blog posts, install plugins, and manage your settings. Most of the tools we'll use are located in the menu on the left. We'll explore the important sections as we build, so you don't need to understand everything right now. Before we install our theme, there's one important step we need to complete. Hostinger automatically installs a plugin called Hostinger Easy Onboarding. This plugin is only designed to guide you through Hostinger's initial WordPress setup. Because we're building the website with Astra, starter templates, and Elementor, we no longer need it. Leaving it active can create a plugin conflict during the template building process and may cause the critical WordPress error you see on the screen. To prevent that, go to Plugins and click Installed Plugins. Find Hostinger Easy Onboarding. Make sure you select the Easy Onboarding plugin, not the separate Hostinger Tools plugin. Click Deactivate. Deactivating this plugin won't delete your website, hosting account, or any of your WordPress content. It only removes the temporary onboarding guide. With Hostinger Easy Onboarding deactivated, we can now install Astra and begin building the website. Let's begin by choosing the theme that will control the overall design and layout of our website. From the WordPress dashboard, hover over Appearance and click Themes. Next, click Add New Theme and use the search field to search for Astra. Astra is a lightweight, beginner-friendly WordPress theme that works extremely well with Elementor. It gives us a fast, flexible foundation for building our website without needing to write any code. Find the Astra theme and click Install. Once the installation is complete, click Activate to make Astra the active theme on your website. The Astra theme is now installed and live. Instead of designing every page from scratch, we're going to use a professionally designed starter template. This will give us a complete website structure that we can customize with our own content and branding. From the menu on the left, go to Plugins and click Add New Plugin. In the search field, type Starter Templates. Look for the plugin called Starter Templates. Click Install Now to install the plugin. Once the installation is complete, click Activate. After activating the plugin, you'll be taken to the How You Would Like to Build Your Website page. Select Classic Starter Templates and then click the Build with Templates button. Next, choose Elementor as your page builder. Elementor is a visual drag and drop page builder that allows us to customize our pages without writing any code. If you ever see a different page builder selected at the top of the template library, click the drop-down menu and select Elementor. You now see a large library of professionally designed website templates. You can use the search field to look for a specific type of website, browse the available categories, or scroll through the complete template library. Some templates are available for free, while templates marked as premium require a paid starter templates license. For this tutorial, you can select one of the free Elementor templates. Click on any template to preview the complete website before importing it. Be sure to look through the different pages and sections so you can get a better idea of the overall design. To return to the template library, click the X in the corner. One important thing to understand is that you don't have to choose a template that perfectly matches your exact business or industry. A restaurant template could be adapted for a local business, and a consulting template could be turned into a personal brand or service website. Focus primarily on the overall design structure, including the header, page layouts, spacing, sections, and visual style. After importing the template, we'll be able to replace the text, change the images, adjust the colors and fonts, modify the layouts, and add or remove pages. The main page content will be customized using Elementor, while site-wide elements such as the header, footer, logo, and certain global design settings can be customized through Astra. The goal isn't to find a template with the perfect wording or images. We simply want to choose a design and structure that gives us a strong starting point. Go ahead and select the template you'd like to use. For this tutorial, I'm going to select the Love Nature template. After selecting your template, you'll have the option to upload your logo and choose your website's fonts and brand colors. If you don't have these ready yet, that's completely fine. You can skip these settings and change them later. I'll show you how to customize them shortly. Once you're ready, click Continue. Next, you'll see the Select Features page. These are optional features that can be added to your website. For this tutorial, I'm going to click Skip this step. You can always install additional features or plugins later. You now arrive at the Tell us a little about yourself page. Completing this information is optional, so you can leave it blank. Click Submit and Build My Website. Starter templates will now import the design, pages, content, and required plugins for your website. This may take a few minutes, so keep this window open and avoid refreshing the page. Once the import is complete, you'll see a congratulations page. Click through your website to see the complete design. And just like that, you now have a professionally designed WordPress website that's ready to customize. The template includes demonstration text and images, so make sure you replace them with your own information before launching the website. To begin editing the homepage, Click Edit with Elementor in the toolbar at the top of the page. This opens Elementor's visual drag and drop editor. The page appears on the right and the editing controls appear in the panel on the left. Let's begin by changing some text. Click directly on the headline you want to edit. The current text will appear in the left side panel. Replace it with the wording you'd like to use, and you'll see the page update immediately. To save your work without publishing it yet, click the arrow next to Publish or Update in the top right corner and select Save Draft. Next, click the Preview Changes icon. This opens a private preview in a new tab so you can see how your changes will look like. Remember that previewing a change doesn't make it visible to your visitors. We'll publish everything once we finish customizing the page. Now let's replace an image. Scroll down to the image you'd like to change and click directly on it. In the left side panel, click the current image thumbnail to open the WordPress media window. From here, you have three options. You can click Upload Files to upload a new image from your computer. You can use search images to find an image you can use on your website. Or if the image has already been uploaded, you can select it from the media library. For this example, I'll choose an image that I've already uploaded. When adding your own images, include a short, accurate description in the alternative text field unless the image is purely decorative. This improves accessibility and helps search engines understand the image. Select your image and click Select. The new image will immediately replace the original one. If needed, use the options in the left panel to adjust the image's size and alignment. Additional design options are available under the Style tab. Now let's customize a button. Scroll back to the top of the page and click directly on the button. In the left side panel, change the button text to describe what will happen when someone clicks it. For example, you could use Learn More, View Our Services, or Contact Us. To connect the button to another page or website, enter the destination URL in the link field. For an external website, including the complete address beginning with HTTPS, you can also click the settings icon and choose where the external link should open in a new window. Internal links can normally open in the same window. Next, click the Style tab. Under Normal, you can change the button's text color and background color. Select Hover to customize how the button appears when someone moves their cursor over it. You can choose a different text or background color to create a simple interactive effect. Now let's change the background of an entire section. I'm going to use the top section of the page for this example. Right-click inside the section and select Edit Containment. In the left side panel, open the Style tab and locate the background settings. If the container already has a background image, you'll see it displayed here. Click the image area and either upload a new image or choose one from your media library. I'll select an image that I've already uploaded and click Select. The new background image will immediately appear across the section. Next, open the background overlay settings. An overlay places a color over the background image, which can make the text easier to read. Click Color and choose the overlay color you'd like to use. Then adjust the opacity, a slider to control how strongly the color appears over the image. Continue adjusting the opacity until the text is easy to read without completely hiding the background. Now let's add a new element to the page. Scroll to the area where you'd like to add it, and then click the plus icon in the top left corner to open Elementor's Elements pane. You'll see widgets for headings, images, buttons, icon boxes, and many other types of content. Choose the widget you want to use, and then drag it from the panel into the position where you want it to appear. Once it has been added, click the widget to customize it. The Content tab controls the widget's main content. The Style tab controls its appearance, including colors and typography. The Advanced tab includes options for spacing, positioning, and other layout settings. You can reposition an element by dragging it to another area of the page. To create a copy, right-click the element and select Duplicate. To remove it, right-click and select Delete. If you make a mistake, you can also press Ctrl and Z on Windows or Command and Z on a Mac to undo your last change. You can use the same process to add, move, duplicate, or remove any element on your page. Now let's add a completely new section, which Elementor may also refer to as a container. Scroll to where you like the new section to appear and click the plus icon. Click the plus icon, choose Flex Box, and then select the layout structure you'd like to use. You'll now have a blank section where you can add headings, images, buttons, and other Elementor widgets. To move an entire section, click and hold the 6-dot handle at the top and drag the section to its new position. To remove a section, select it and click the X icon. You can also add professionally designed sections without building them from scratch. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the Starter Templates option. Select blocks to browse pre-designed sections such as hero areas, testimonials, service sections, and contact sections. When you find one you'd like to use, click it and select Import Block. The block will be added to your page, and you can customize it using the same Elementor tools we've already covered. Once you finish editing, save your work and return to the WordPress dashboard. Now let's customize the header and footer. The header appears at the top of your website and normally contains your logo and navigation naming. The footer appears at the bottom and commonly contains contact information, copyright text, social icons, or additional links. From the WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance and click Customize. This opens the WordPress customizer where you can preview your changes before publishing them. Open Header, which may also be labeled Header Builder. Click the site title and logo element inside the visual header builder. From here, you can upload or replace your logo and adjust the site title if you aren't using a logo. Use the back arrow to return to the header builder. You can reposition existing elements by dragging them into different areas of the header. To remove an element, select it and click the X icon. The preview will update as you make each change. To add your favicon, return to the main customizer menu and select Site Identity. A favicon, also called a site icon, is a small image that appears beside your website's name in a browser tab. Upload a square version of your logo or icon under Site Icon. A 512 by 512 pixel image works well for this. Once you're satisfied with the header and favicon, click Publish to save your changes. Now scroll to the bottom of the website preview and open the footer settings. From the footer builder, you can add or remove footer elements, change the layout, edit the text, and adjust the spacing. When you're finished, click Publish again. Because the header and footer appear across your website, changing them here updates them on all your pages. When we import the starter template, it automatically created several pages such as Home, About, and Contact. To edit one of these pages, return to the WordPress dashboard and click Pages. Hover over the page you'd like to customize and select Edit with Elementor. You can edit it using the same process we used with the home page, change the text, replace images, customize sections, or add new elements. To create a completely new page, go to Pages and click Add Page. Enter a title for the page. For this example, I'll use Services. Click Publish to create the page. Then click Edit with Elementor to begin designing. Now let's add our pages to the website's navigation menu. From the WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance and click Menus. To add a page, select it from the list on the left and click Add to Menu. You can change the order by dragging the menu items into the positions you want. Click the arrow beside an individual menu item to rename the navigation label or remove it from the menu. To create a drop-down menu, drag one menu item underneath another and slightly to the right. The indented page will become a submenu item under the page above it. Click Save Menu when you're finished. The navigation menu will now display your updated pages and drop-downs. Before moving on, let's make sure the website looks good on every screen size. Open the home page with Elementor and click the device icon in the top toolbar. Switch between desktop, tablet, and mobile views. Look for the text that's too large, images that don't fit, excessive spacing, or sections that don't stack correctly. If something needs to be adjusted, Select the element and use the responsive controls under the Style or Advanced tab. Changes made with a specific device selected can be applied specifically to that screen size. Once everything looks good, click Update to save your changes. At this point, our website's design and structure are in place. Before we finish, let's configure the contact form, review a few important WordPress settings, and look at the essential website management tools available inside Hostinger. Let's start with the contact form so visitors can send us a message directly through the website. Return to the WordPress dashboard and click Pages. Find the contact page and select Edit with Elementor. Scroll down to the contact form and click directly on it. The form settings will appear in the left side panel. If the shortcode shown here begins with SureForms instead of WPForms, we'll need to replace it with the correct WPForms shortcode. Click the preview icon in the top toolbar to open the website in a new tab. From the WordPress admin bar at the top, hover over your website's name and click Dashboard. In the left side menu, click the WPForms. Find the contact form. In the shortcode column on the right, copy the shortcode for that form. Now return to the Browser tab containing the Elementor editor. Delete the existing SureForm shortcode and replace it with the WPForm shortcode you just copied. Click Apply to update the shortcode. Finally, click the arrow next to Publish or Update and select Save Draft to save your changes without publishing them yet. Return to the WordPress dashboard, hover over WPForms, and click Edit underneath the imported contact form. This opens the WPForms drag and drop form builder. The available fields appear on the left and the current form appears on the right. Our form already includes the most important fields, name, email, and message. To add another field, drag it from the left panel and drop it into the form. Click any existing field to change its label, placeholder text, or whether visitors are required to complete it. Make sure the email field is required so visitors can't submit the form without providing an address for your response. You can also change the order by dragging the fields into different positions. Next, click Settings and select General. From here, you can change the form's name and submit button text. I'll set the button text to Send a Message. Now, select Notifications. The Send to Email Address setting controls where new form submissions are delivered. By default, WPForms normally uses the admin email smart tag. This sends notifications to the administration email address saved in your WordPress settings. You can leave this setting in place or replace it with a specific email address where you'd like to receive messages. If you have an email address connected to your website's domain, you can use that as the From email address. Next, select Confirmations. This controls what visitors see after successfully sending a message. For this tutorial, I'll keep Message selected and enter. Thank you for contacting us. We received your message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once everything looks correct, click Save, return to Elementor, and click Update to save the contact page. Now open the contact page in a new tab and submit the test message. Confirm that the required fields work, the confirmation message appears, and the notification arrives at the email address you selected. If the form submits successfully, but the notification doesn't arrive, check your spam folder. If it still doesn't appear, you may need to configure an SMTP email plugin to improve WordPress email delivery. Now let's review a few important WordPress settings. Return to the WordPress dashboard, hover over Settings, and click General. Under Site Title, enter the official name of your website or business. The tagline is a short description of your website. You can enter a relevant tagline or leave this field blank if you don't want one displayed. Next, confirm that the administration email address is correct. WordPress uses this address for important website notifications, and it may also be used for your contact form. If you change the address, WordPress may send a confirmation message before the change becomes active. Scroll down and select the time zone closest to your location. This ensures that scheduled posts and other time-based features use the correct time. Click Save Changes. Next, go to Settings and select Reading. Under your homepage displays, make sure a static page is selected and that home is assigned as the home page. If you plan to publish blog posts and have a blog page, you can select it as the post page. Now find search engine visibility. If the website is complete and ready to appear in search results, make sure Discourage search engines from indexing this site is unchecked. If you're still working on the website, you can leave it checked temporarily. Just remember to uncheck it before launching. Click Save Changes. Next, go to Settings and select Permalinks. Select Post Name. This gives your pages and blog posts clean, easy to read URLs based on their titles. Scroll down and click Save Changes. Finally, go to Settings and select Privacy. From here, you can create a privacy policy page or select one you've already created. WordPress can generate a starting page, but make sure you customize it to accurately explain what information your website collects and how it is used. Once your privacy policy is ready, add a link to it in the website's footer. Our website settings are now configured. Let's return to Hostinger and look at the tools you use to manage the website. To manage your hosting account later, sign into Hostinger, select Websites, find your website, and click Dashboard. The available tools may look slightly different depending on your hosting plan and Hostinger's current dashboard layout. For most everyday website changes, such as editing pages, installing plugins, or publishing content, you work directly inside the WordPress dashboard. Now, let's complete one final check before sharing the website. Open the website in a new browser tab and review each page. Make sure you've replaced all demonstration text, stock images, sample phone numbers, addresses, and social media links with your own information. Test the navigation menu and any drop-down menus. Click every important button and link to confirm that it opens the correct destination. Submit one final contact form test and confirm that both the confirmation message and email notification work. Proofread the page titles, headings, button text, and contact information. Confirm that your permanent domain is connected and that the website address begins with HTTPS. If you used a temporary domain during setup, connect your permanent domain through Hostinger before sharing the website. Finally, make sure your Elementor changes have been published or updated and that any changes made through the WordPress customizer have also been published. Your WordPress website is now complete, secured with SSL, connected to your domain, and ready to share with visitors. Congratulations, you now know how to create a complete WordPress website with Hostinger, from choosing your hosting plan and installing WordPress to importing a professional design, customizing your pages, and configuring your website for launch. If you haven't signed up for Hostinger yet, you'll find my exclusive Hostinger link and coupon code in the description below, which can help you receive an additional discount. If this tutorial helped you, give the video a like and subscribe for more step-by-step website tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.